Pearley, do you want to blur your background? Is that an animal?
No, I don't want to blur my background.
You have to address the fact that we've been gone a while, perhaps address the animal and the bed and the shower curtain.
Is that an animal?
There was an animal moving back there.
Okay. It's time once again for window shopping with Car and Driver. Coming today from my son's bedroom, which includes a bed and an animal,
shower. And a shower.
A shower curtain. It's been weeks and months and years since we've done one of these. The usual gang of suspects is back again. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. Here's your host, Tony Quiroga.
Thank you, Pearley. Welcome to Window Shop with Car and Driver, the occasional show where Car and Driver editors, staffers, contributors, and a lone road and track employee gather to search for cars on the internet based on a challenge. This week's challenge was to find something on BringATrailer that sold for under $50,000 in the past month. And we are joined this week by Pearley Huffman, who is a senior editor at Road and Track, senior editor Elana Scherr, executive editor Mr. Casey Colwell, and Car and Driver's favorite contributor, who's joining us from the road on his way to DC, presumably to do something for his job that we don't know about. Mr. Jonathon Ramsey. Pearley, what's going on?
This is my son getting his wallet, but he didn't want to be on camera, so he would crawl down below. It's a long story.
Definitely less weird than if he had just walked by.
Yeah. And does he keep his wallet in the shower? Because
it's on the desk right here.
Of course.
All right, Pearley, you're up.
Okay.
Let's see what you brought.
So this car has been sold. This is like cars like in a rental state because it keeps getting sold again and again and again on BringATrailer. So even though this one went high at $56,001, it last sold. It sold for $38 in 2019, $39 in 2021. Then it sold for $62 and $56 now. It's all over the place. It's going to be around $50,000 the next time it sells, which should be in about a month and a half.
I guess the average of all of those would be 50, but those are old sales.
I mean, it's interesting to use it as an example of how classic car prices are rising at an astronomical rate. But
well, they aren't. This one's gone down. It was at 62 and now it's at 56. So
I think this is a demonstration of who you happen to get the week your car shows up on BAT.
Yeah.
Also, what's wrong with it that nobody wants to keep it?
Oh, I think they rent it. I think basically you buy it on BringATrailer and you sell it again. You rent it for a while and then you get rid of it. It's
you hope you break even or make a little money.
You make a little money, and it's look, it's a GTV, one of my favorite cars of all time. Look, it's gorgeous. It's a 1750, which is the best thing. This one also has an interesting history. Is that it was driven by Monty Hellman, the director of Two-Lane Blacktop. It used to be his car. So while they were making Two-Lane Blacktop, he was driving this car.
Do they have any pictures of it without bumpers?
I do not think they have any pictures of it without bumpers, but they have a lot of pictures.
Did Monty Hellman
better without bumpers?
Look at this. Look at that bottom.
Really, did you research more about Monty Hellman?
I wrote a story about Monty Hellman. In fact, if you want to see, here's my story about Monty Hellman.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So here it is. If you look at this. This thing is gorgeous.
That's an early Giugiaro car.
This is early Giugiaro. This is the car that really set Giugiaro on his path. I mean, this is the car that made him. And
what was the path that he was on?
Well, this is what got him noticed as a designer. What is it with you?
It's a beautiful car. Beautiful.
Yeah, really pretty.
This is a car I've lusted after for my entire life.
The photography
is that the color
is
you would pick if you had your druthers?
I'm sorry?
Is that the color you would pick if you had your?
No, I think I think I'd want green.
What color? What's this color called? Italian too?
It's called Cava Beige.
Sounds close enough to me.
Which is strange because, well, the cava I know is a fruit.
It's a bean, isn't it?
I think that's fava is what you're thinking of. Cava is like an apple or pear fermented drink from. I thought it was from Breton area of France.
I thought this is cool. It's got a parking sticker for Malibu Cove.
Oh, Paradise Cove! Isn't that where Rockford lived?
Yeah, where Rockford lived, and it's the most expensive trailer park in the entire country.
Oh, wait. So it isn't where Rockford lived.
It is where Rockford lived.
Oh, it is where Rockford lived.
Yeah.
It wasn't
So-
so expensive when they filmed that.
It wasn't expensive, yeah, but it's now they now have.
But I mean, the most expensive trailer park is still compared to a lot of other things. Not
Yeah, it's $3 million trailers.
Pearley, you know why the 4-leaf clover is on Alphas, right?
I used to know, but I've lost track of it.
Have you forgotten?
I used to, it's one of those things. It's a piece of trivia I've known, and I don't have it top of my. It isn't.
I can't remember his name, but there was a race car driver in the 20s who would paint a 4-leaf clover on his cars. And for whatever reason, he raced one. He got put into a car at the last second, and it didn't have a 4-leaf clover on it, and he died.
You're kidding.
Alfa, to honor him, has put 4-leaf clovers on their highest performance models since.
And this one's so stock, which I think is really cool. And they have a video. I want to play the video because the video is really, really neat.
Of course, you want to play the video.
Oh, come on. Look at this engine.
Beautiful.
That's cute. That's a good engine.
Yeah. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful car.
Those have
An ugly battery, though.
That's the Spica fuel injection. That's like a mechanical fuel injection system. It's really
it's really cool. But listen to this.
Wow.
You can't hear that?
No.
No, you'll never be able to hear other people.
Really, stop the video and then just make the sound it's making.
Very good.
You're over budget, buddy. We're going to
I
the
don't
next
care.
person.
It's going to be $50,000 the next time it sells on BringATrailer.
Okay.
And it's a spectacular car I've always wanted, and it used to belong to Monty Hellman.
Now, one of the parts of the challenge was investment potential.
I don't think there's any investment.
Are you sure you want to bring that up, Tony, with the cars you have?
Oh, I was just showing you some cool stuff that I found.
Okay.
I don't think there's much investment potential in cars right now. I think that money's too expensive, and a lot of people who used to buy a lot of classic cars are illiquid at the moment. And I don't think you're gonna find a lot of investment in classic cars for the foreseeable future.
I think there's a
Finance
ton
people
of.
say illiquid rather than solid as the opposite of liquid.
Well, illiquid means that it's hard for them to pull their money out of whatever assets.
No,
they have.
I know what it means. I hadn't heard that before because not having any money, I've never had to talk about it with anybody.
I'm more plasma with my money rather than liquid.
I'm like a pretty heavy leak. with
My
money.
money's in a triple phase. On solid
Mine evaporates
quantum
immediately.
state.
Mine goes directly from solid to gas.
Except
Like,
that
literally.
Dry ice of money.
That's right. That's right. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
except that the collector car market is driven by the fact that the people who have money can get to their money,
Okay.
and right now they can't.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
Alana,
I should be working for Forbes,
so your turn is over.
for Fortune, something.
His turn is never over.
It's called
All
Business
turns
Week.
are
Send my
Pearley's
resume.
turns.
Nobody puts Pearley in a corner.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Pearley. Alana,
Yes. Yeah. Here we go.
you're up.
All right. You will be completely unsurprised by this. Here we go.
Oh,
my
my God. Oh, that is a lot of money for one of those.
$40,000.
That's a lot of money for one of these. Right there. That is a lot of money. The Opel community has been all aflutter.
I bet.
And it's sold for $40,000.
Like I said, somebody
it was
that week was
yeah.
like, "I will pay anything for an Opel GT."
Yeah. What was
it's,
Pearley saying about there being no collector car market?
right. So it's super low miles. It was a one-owner car, and it's pretty much
Wait,
completely
44K is super low. I mean, look, I realize how old it is, but
I mean, so I would say, like, based off of my own experience buying cars, I mean, the car
Okay,
that's this old is going to be touching 100 unless something was wrong with it. Like, that's a lot of years for people to drive them.
Yeah.
And most of the time when I buy cars, it's rolled over before, so it'll like look like low miles. But you look at the pedals and the seats, and you're like, clearly this has done this twice.
Oh, I didn't know these were body by Brissonieux and Lutz.
Yeah, I once bullied my way into a French car show by claiming it was a French body, therefore it counted. I think I might have even said this on this show before, but one of the things that I love about the Opel body is this is a panel, it has 2 doors, and then it has a body. That's it. There's just 4 pieces. And then I guess the headlights are separate. But.
And there's no like opening to the trunk from the outside.
No opening to the trunk. You just crawl in the back.
And who did they ever explain why they thought that was a decent idea to do on a car?
Well, the thing is that the way that this car was built was they took an Opel Kadett chassis and they put a they didn't want to spend a lot of money on these things. They need to make it as simple as possible in order to get it out the door.
That's why it has the little blister for the carburetor, because they lowered it down so it would be sporty, but the chassis and the engine were not able to be changed. So we got a little speed bump in there. Interior looks amazing. I have the same interior in mine, except this is completely dissolved. So there's like a lot of hot air that comes out when you're driving. It's really exciting. Also, I do not have orange piping on my carpet, and I'm pretty jealous of it. My steering wheel is cracked, and this one is not.
So this is the perfect, and yours is this color too, right?
This is my exact car. Same year, same color, same setup.
Wait, I couldn't hear Pearley's Alfa engine, but is someone playing a video?
No, it's
no, there's just other people in the office.
Okay.
Tell them to be quiet, Elana, please.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're filming. Sorry.
You don't have the studio light on outside your door?
No, well, I have no idea how to work in an office.
Gotcha. That's right.
So it's 1.9 liter. Mine is a 2 liter because we did some performance upgrades, and this has the original Solex carburetor. I've got a Weber on mine. Did you know you could get these with a 1.1 liter in 1968? That's like a soda bottle.
What Weber do you have? Do you have a downdraft that just replaced the Solex, or is it?
Yeah. It's just it looks basically like this. It's just a slightly better carburetor, and then I did an aluminum radiator because they do tend to overheat, especially in California. This is one of my favorite Opel details. You would think that this would be where you would put a brake booster and master cylinder, but no, it's here. And this is just a windshield wiper bottle, and this is a giant push rod to activate the brakes.
It's a safety beam.
It's structural too, right?
I mean, it's just folded metal, so I guess it's structural, but like it's just covering a giant push rod.
I think that covers you in quarter offset crash test. I think that
sure, yeah. I mean, I've always thought the Opel felt really safe.
So wait, that's just a big push rod for the master cylinder?
Yeah, this isn't a complete, this isn't like a beam. It's just like an L shape. So it's open on the other side. And there's just a really, really long push rod. I'll take a picture of it for you.
Oh, it's an open, it's open. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is.
Yeah, but remember this car was, I mean,
it's basically conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's there because they didn't have some sort of structure that was missing when they took the Kadett chassis and they made it.
I do not know the reason behind it, but it always makes me laugh. It's a torque tube. It's rear wheel drive.
Very cool.
And I will play a video that does not have a sound element.
Why did this one sell for 40? What makes it
so low?
I mean, I assume it's because I've been writing so much about Opel GTs and everybody wants one now, which they should because they're amazing. But it could also be because of this video. So,
are you sure it's not because of the commercial?
That's it.
That's worth 40 grand right there.
That's
right there.
Well, hold on. Do they go all the way, or is that as far as they go?
What do you want them to do? Like do a full circle?
No, when it hadn't the lines. Whoever
was operating it, just you got to put some muscle behind it. It's a manually operated lever.
That part,
that's like
I didn't understand.
Next to
okay, Elana, are you entertaining offers for yours? Is that what this is about?
If somebody wants to offer me 40 grand for mine in its current state, which I will repeat, has a big hole right here. I would probably take that. And then I would buy another one for like 20 grand. But I was very excited to see that it was even possible for an Opel to be 40 grand. And to be totally honest, I would not sell mine. I love it. I think it's such a fun car and I highly recommend them.
Well, BAT makes a lot of things possible that we didn't think were possible before.
I always ever look at a car and I just think it's one of those prettiest little sports cars ever built. It's just
I agree.
It's a real sweetheart.
Yeah.
Mr. Ramsey, where are you? First of all, you're on your way to DC. What's happening in DC, if we may ask?
The indictment? Testifying before Congress?
That DC. Oh no, I've got to deliver some flowers and a package. That's all. So just gonna run by, see some friends, have a coffee.
Fix a leak.
What is that?
You got to fix a leak.
Well, ideally that'll be fixed before I get there because I hate wet work. But that's just. So let me fix this as my background.
Are you at a Love's? You stopped on the way there.
No, actually because of this, and I wanted to do it right. I did not even leave today.
Okay.
I don't have to be there on Saturday. I just thought I'd get there a day early, so I was like, oh, let me just window shop right.
We really missed you last time.
Absolutely true.
I missed you all, and now I'm going to do so. As my background might show, I like two-door GTs, expensive stuff. And I had but I saw this and I was like, this is pretty outstanding. And I don't know what they're worth, but 30 grand just seems like not for this.
That's ridiculous.
Imagine telling a BMW engineer in 1993 that the M5 would at some point be selling for less than an Opel GT.
Well, he might ask what color was the Opel and
how many miles did it have
piping.
on it?
No, this is a good buy. This is a good buy at 30. This was on my list. This is a
strong buy. Well, how many miles are on it, Jonathan?
Well, it's 69,000 miles, 112,000 kilometers. It's in Canada, which is where it was bought and has lived. But it's 25 years old, so really 2.5% for duty, and you can bring it home, and a bunch of paperwork, and you can bring it home.
Is it a Canadian model?
Yeah, it is a Canadian model.
Does it have Canadian body rot on it someplace? Is that why it went so cheap?
Well, we're going to find out when we look at the photos.
No, the car's been driven. I mean, I'll speak. I'll present it for you. Please. Driven, and there's definitely like some wear and tear on it, but it's pretty clean underneath.
It's really nice. I love the E30.
I love these cars.
I love this generation.
You know what's nice. You know what's nice about this generation. This is the last one where they pulled the body shell off the line and went to the M division.
These were handmade cars. Yeah, you can see. There's like little bits of, it's not a perfect car, but this is a great runner. This is a good buy.
No, I mean it's been driven, but it's been taken care of. But I mean, it has, it was in Canada.
Like all the side trim is, there and not peeling off and stuff. Cause like those early 90s cars, a lot of that sort of rubbery plastic stuff on the side.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the reasons why these cars survive, if you go up to these cars, the paint is so nice on these cars.
Beautifully built.
Those are wheel covers.
The covers on top of the wheels.
Yeah, it's like the wheel design is like a 5-spoke, but that's just like an arrow, like wheel cover thing.
Interesting. So the center bit comes off, and this comes off.
The 5 spokes. The early ones, it was the early. It was just like a plate. It was like a
fan blade, turbine plate, right?
Yeah, like a turbine plate.
But then they later do a wheel that looks like that, but is actually just a cast wheel.
Yeah, they did a wheel. It ended up on basically the same wheel that was on the 7 series, that. It's that double 5-spoke.
These are super rare.
Because in Europe they offered a 3.8 liter, which is I search for that car often in this price range.
Yeah, they did not make many of them though, Casey. They made very few of these.
The 3.8s or any of them in general?
Any of them.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not a very, very common car. So one thing I had a question about this car is go back to 2 images. So that's an aftermarket radio there, but then all the other images have the factory radio. So, and I even searched the comments and could not find a bunch of. I couldn't find anybody who. See, there's the.
Maybe they just
Hey,
put
Tony,
it.
is that the wheel that we just did a
Yeah,
story on?
that's the original airbag wheel. I love that the vents were in the doors. That was such a advancement.
Oh, was that novel at the time?
Oh yeah, like
Because now
Porsche had that.
I feel like my Festiva had vents in the door
This
as
is
well.
your
this is like
Festiva barely had doors.
Don't say that.
the E34 M5 is one of the first BMWs I ever drove. And I remember driving it from Peterson, which was at La Cienega down.
Did you hit any wood?
No, we didn't hit any wood that time. We had a 500E and an M5, and we were just blasting down from stoplight to stoplight. And it was just one of the great memories of being in a car is the E34 and the 500E, two of the great cars of the early 90s.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think just two great cars even now. Period. There's still, I don't know what happened. How do you crack a sill like that? Some or is that big?
It might be what's underneath it. It might be like the whatever's underneath it. It's
Like
got a lot of leather on the doors too.
Gooey stuff.
Man, fold down toolkit.
And this was a really expensive car too.
Yeah.
These were over $90,000 in the early 90s.
How much horsepower did they have? 316.
Yeah, I think it was. I think the 3.5s were 320. So 320 PS, and then the 3.8s I think were 340 PS.
Beautiful.
Just one of the great cars of all time.
Yeah.
And I mean here's a
6 throttle bodies. Yeah.
Can we see the?
Oh look, it's got a car and driver test on it, or is that a road and track test up at the top? It has a.
I wanted to show you this, Pearley, just so you see. Yeah, I mean it has, but I mean everything can be taken care of.
Yeah,
easily.
It's been well cared
And those
for.
are all metal colored, which is good.
Yeah. And then it has, though, the Canadian Carfax does show. I guess the glass has been broken twice, and then there was a.
Is that twin cats?
Yeah, probably. I think it's got it's got 2 cats.
Makes sense.
Wow.
And then there was a collision in the front, but the repair bill, it said, was 4,000, like 3,800 Canadian, which means it couldn't have been anything really serious.
Beautiful.
But, what did you want to see, Tony?
I think it's on Michelin.
Brake fluid. I think the brake fluid's hidden.
It's on Michelin Pilot Sports, but they're 10 years old. They're from 2013.
If you go up, there's like a story. It has a story. Has a sub-magazine story up that links to above the photos.
Above the photos.
Are you hoping you wrote it, Pearley?
Yeah, I always am. There it is, right there.
Those are those wheels. If you
look at that, it's from Road and Track. That's a fine publication.
Yeah,
look at that beautiful layout you guys have.
But let's see if Road and Track had the sidebar on the wheels like Car and Driver did.
Well, this one was this is the early car before they went to those wheels. This is
nope. This is the
look
same
at how
wheel.
slow they were. We got 5.6 out of that car. They got 6.4 out of it.
Somebody just doesn't know how to shift.
Clear.
Now you got to make me go find it.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. That's
keep talking while I find it because I can't.
You're up next, Casey.
I know. So keep talking.
So that's why I was gonna.
Let's do Tony before Casey. Let Casey go.
Well, hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you this because what I was gonna do because it sold a minute before, which not nearly as interesting to most people, but I love this car.
That's a great car.
Those are neat cars.
Yeah.
They sold that's the one they sold.
What do you mean? They sold?
They sold like 5 of them.
They sold both of them. The SRS.
They sold both of them. Okay.
But yeah, this car was amazing.
Yeah, neat car.
But a 5 Series M5 manual is more amazing. E34.
All right, Mr.
You want me to show the headlights again
Mr.
on the
Colwell.
Opel GT?
Yeah, you want me to? Okay, wait, let me. All right, we're getting there.
Just present your car. You can do this after.
Nope.
What?
No. That's
wait. What? What? I can't hear
you. You showing us the wheels?
What were you saying?
The wheels?
Just, present.
Well, he's practically there. There he goes.
There he is.
There it is.
I prefer the throwing star wheels, but I did like these.
It was the comparison test. I was wrong. But
what was the 0 to 60? 5.6.
What
Ladies and
is
gentlemen,
wrong
I
with
think
you
that
guys?
you know which magazine to buy.
Have you memorized the 0 to 60 time of every car driver's ever tested?
Oh no, his 90s. Don't even test him on it. He will dummy.
You're setting an impossible standard for your staff to meet, Tony.
Like we could do. Remember Win Ben Stein's Money?
Yeah.
We could do that with Tony and 90s car and driver test results. And
I think Tony does this to intimidate the staff. I think just to let you all know.
I just think
don't come at me.
The interns come into his office tremulous and scared because they know they have to answer the questions. Okay, what did the 1992 Ford Contour SVT do? 0 to 60. Hurry up, quick.
No 92 Contour SVT. Trick question.
My Cousin Vinny Part 2, the sequel.
My cousin Tony. All right, Casey, I want to see
Casey,
your car
let's
because
bring
you
it,
always
bring
got
it.
a good one.
all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The M5. I'm glad I had a backup because that was gonna be my car.
Oh man.
So since
I can't believe nobody picked my car.
It could happen.
I was going to say, I thought you had that LH or whatever that was, and I was going to clap.
hold on.
Oh, the Intrepid.
Yeah, I love those things as long as ships.
Casey, you want me to send you that Audi 5000?
No. I just accidentally closed the one I want to share because this is my car.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a nice car.
So yeah, it's a 92 968. Like this is kind of the pinnacle of that front engine 4-cylinder transaxle series of cars that started with 924, 944, 968. Also, this is crazy. It's a 3-liter inline 4, which is basically a tank engine. Always been
with what's it called?
Balance shafts.
balance shafts. Yeah.
Who did the balance shafts, Tony? Who did they have to buy the license from?
Mitsubishi.
That's right.
I've always liked these cars, and also as with most, because this was a possible investment thing. These 4-cylinder Porsches are the front engine cars are climbing in value, and I think I read recently that now basically the cheapest Porsche sports car you can get into, a generalization is a first gen Boxster now.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so like even 924s and 944s have climbed above, and this is a. They call it the rest of the world, but it was a German market car that was imported. It's got about 100,000 miles on it. I guess about 100.
Oh, the color's spectacular.
Oh, color's great.
That's got to be repainted, or they took amazing care of that.
Coral red metallic.
Coral red.
You didn't say that about my Opel, and it's even older, and that was original paint too, except for the hood.
This is not.
Maybe it's just the lighting, but your Opel didn't look like.
And the Opel is also more expensive than this.
Okay.
Oh, this has the fabric inserts that say Porsche all over them.
Yep.
On the seats.
It's got the
I've asked this 100 times, but you guys know what that steering wheel, that airbag steering wheel.
Firebird. Is that the one you're gonna say?
You always guess that, and it's not right.
What is it?
VW Cabrio.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
The Golf convertible? That's where it was from?
Yeah, the first gen.
Oh.
When they put an airbag in it, it had that airbag.
Does the car come with that house?
That house is nice. God, that's some good photos.
Maybe they'll trade you the Opel for it.
On Michelin's.
In my retirement plan, the Opel GT.
Oh, coincidentally, what the 0 to 60 for this car is 5.6 also.
Well, I knew that because I didn't have to look it up or anything. I already.
I think the question is how quickly did Road and Track do it?
Oh, it's 7 seconds.
7.5. But
Okay.
That's fantastic. A little bib for the fuel.
oh yeah, a lot of Porsches of that era have that little bib, especially like
that's right.
Yeah, like 911s, because it's like the way you're filling is you're basically resting the
on the fender.
On the fender.
What can somebody make an oil okay T-shirt? Because that is definitely something.
Yeah, that's pretty. I love that idea, Elana.
Or
Look at the
an
little
oil
font on it.
bib,
Really
bib
cute.
at a lobster.
Totally. Yeah. I like that. Well, I think you need the shirt and then the matching bib so that when you put the bib on, it keeps the oil okay in the same place.
But yeah, I don't know. This one really drew my eye. There was also a red 944 that had a very Jake from 16 Candles vibe that I liked. But yeah, this one wins. I think this one also does well as an investment. It's fun to drive. It's a color you're not going to see, so you're going to stand out even even at the Porsche events.
Oh man,
there's some potential upside there, and it's a rest of the world car, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. It's got a nice Becker.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Casey's 16 Candles fan fiction.
Tony's tastes, but
236 horsepower, right? Or 240? 236 or 240? I can't remember.
Yeah, they were somewhere in there. Yeah, I think probably 236. Yeah, it was 240 PS.
Variable valve timing.
Yep.
Look at the size of the runners on that. Don't those runners just look enormous?
It's a huge 9.4.
Well, this engine is basically half of the 928.
28, yeah, half the 928 V8.
Wait, the 928 wasn't
a 6-liter.
Yeah.
No, but they expanded it. They needed it, but also this is the this had the 16 valve heads, and it was a pretty cool engine. I mean, I don't know. Can you get parts for that engine now?
What is an S power? What is an S power battery?
Shell. It's Shell.
It's German.
I think it's Shell. I think Shell is S power in Germany.
You mean Shell, the fuel company?
Shell oil, Shell service stations.
It's probably a Varda underneath.
All right.
All right, you guys ready to see the winner?
Wait, before you. Okay.
What's that, Casey? Look at this.
We'll have to come back to. I do want to show everyone the wheel.
968 56.
You just know everything, Tony.
Nobody doubted you, Tony. You don't even have to prove them anymore.
This is the advantage of being the editor. You can satisfy your own ego all the time.
But here's the winner.
Oh my God!
Dennis
Come on,
Rodman, 1989.
Come on,
Mustang
really?
Yes, really.
I mean, I would have taken your Pinto wagon over this.
87,000 miles. Saleen did a little bit of like intake work, port and polish the heads. Supposedly bumped it up to like 290 horsepower, but really
being a pulley kit on that too.
But he went through the suspension. He did all the suspension. These are rare cars.
Well, there's only one Dennis Rodman.
Well, yeah. So
there's only one worm.
The worm. Yeah, the worm when he was playing for the Pistons, bought this car and owned it. It was sold originally in Southfield, Michigan. It's got imitation Recaro seats made by FlowFit. Since the they put this aftermarket, they put the aftermarket steering wheel on, but they had to put the cruise control buttons on it because the cruise control was on the 2-spoke of the Fox body.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would you do that?
It's got all the extra racing that Saleen put in. Here's the 4.9. Beautiful car.
5 liter, not 4.9.
It's a 4.9 liter.
It's not a 5 liter.
It's a 5 liter. You know.
It's 4,942 cc.
Are you out there telling ladies you're 6 foot when you're 5'11"?
6'1", but really 6 foot.
And wait, Tony, do you really like this car, Tony?
Yeah, I think these are really cool. I think it's the ultimate expression of the Fox body.
Are you?
I can't imagine you driving it though, Tony.
Tony,
like,
please. You don't.
I can't. I mean,
I love Fox bodies.
You can get a 93 Cobra SVT Cobra for about the same money.
And I mean the CHP Fox bodies were the ultimate expression of the Fox body.
Well, this was
Good
based
point.
on
Good point.
a Mustang LX with the V8, which was like a $13,000 car, but Saleen sold them for around 35,000 was the estimate. Here's
That's the ultimate expression of the
Yeah,
Fox
you want-
body, the one in the back.
You get an SSP, the special.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, if only this had done 60 in 5.6, it did it in 5.9.
But I mean, come
I
on.
was gonna
Next
vote
week-
for
next
it,
week's
but now that it's slower, I can't.
Next week's challenge is just going to be find a car that does 0 to 60 in 5.6.
We should do a 0 to 60.
$56,000 is the limit.
Do you guys know what the SSC stands for?
Super silly car.
I like that.
Saleen Supercar. So that's my car. Now we've come to the part of the show.
Hold on. Wait,
Yes.
why that car?
Oh, it's awesome. It's rare. It's awesome. Tons of upside potential for investment.
Really? Really? Come on.
Yeah. It's
Tony, wait, Tony has a weird. Tony has a uncharacteristic.
It's weird. Weird's the word.
No, it's not weird. I'm not yucking anyone's yum. It's a weird. It's a uncharacteristic infatuation with Fox bodies. I almost picked a beautiful LX convertible, a 5.0 convertible, strictly for Tony's vote.
The red one?
the stock.
Yeah,
LX,
Yeah. I liked it. It was a nice car.
The stock LX V8 and the GTs of the day had rear drum brakes, but the Saleen had four-wheel disc brakes from the SVO. But then I think it's the first car that I can remember that had slotted rotors. You see the slots in the
I
rotors?
do.
I can't remember any other car earlier than that having slotted rotors. I don't know.
I
It's
mean-
cool. This is a cool
I don't know
car.
the Saleen
I
stuff.
like the door panel.
This, first of all, this is an ugly car. Second of all, look at that. That wheel looks like a Pokemon. Why?
I
Wheel
don't
is bad.
I don't know what the steering wheel?
Yeah, the steering wheel is terrible.
What's wrong
bad.
with
And
it?
I mean, the seats are terrible. The color scheme is.
That looks like the steering wheel in a Lamborghini Countach.
Oh,
This
God.
is, yeah, but a Saleen is not a Lamborghini Countach.
I forgot how desperate Tony gets when he wants to make a point with things. That I have missed
does it?
that. Yeah, you really, though. Come on.
Look at
It
that.
looks like,
No.
It looks
That's
like that.
there's,
that's
Yeah,
like
no.
there's a
Countach.
matrix of 16 Countach wheels. It looks like one of them.
Well, it looks like the late Countach.
No, it
the late
looks like someone tried to make that wheel out of some like parts
Thank
they
you.
found in their garage.
Yeah,
No. It's
whoever-
not a giant steering wheel.
whoever made those Pinto tires made that wheel
Look
as
at it.
well.
In 1989, the Lamborghini Countach had that steering wheel, and the Saleen Mustang had this one.
That one's not as good.
I think the Lambo's better because those buttons right in the cruise control buttons are pretty bad.
And,
Yeah.
and that's
They're
that wheel. That wheel compared to the Lamborghini wheel is your mom telling you we have steering wheels at home.
Absolutely.
So
100%. We have Lambo wheel at home.
exactly.
Oh God, I missed you, Jonathan.
Those door panels are really obnoxious too.
Yeah, it's.
I like the door
of the
panels.
era.
I think the door panels are good, but I don't like the wheel.
I think it's awesome. You take that to any car show, you're going to have a crowd around it. And
That's true. Also, I feel like people would come up to you and offer you cocaine if that was something you wanted.
I think you just got to shake the carpets out to get some.
all right, now we've come to the part of the show where we judge each other's picks and crown a winner. Mr. Huffman went first with the Alfa GTV.
Look, I'm going to go sideways because you're over budget.
You are
But
okay.
I like it. But I like the car.
It's a great car.
I'm going to still give you
Yeah.
a thumbs up so you don't feel bad.
Over budget.
Okay, Pearly, what was your favorite car? Which car are you buying of the other ones? What was the best investment? What was the best value, condition, everything?
This is a tap in. This is an easy one this week. It's the M5.
Yes.
I thought I'd have you with the Fox body.
No, well, I always wanted
I'm
a
sure it's
Fox
close,
body.
Tony. Sure,
I
it's
always
close.
wanted a Fox body, but that one's just hideous, and it makes me question your entire validity as a human being.
Oh my God. And Pearley's hyperbole. I've missed that as well.
All right.
But that M5 is just that's an all time great car.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Elana, you went next, right? With the Opel GT?
Mhm.
Thumbs up. Really expensive.
Crazy.
Yeah, very expensive. Crazy expensive.
Yeah. Tony, only your car costs more? Or did
I don't know. No, Pearley's cost more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So 2 cars cost more. But there are 3 amazing cars less than that Opel. Or 2
I
cars.
know. I'm proud of it.
Huh.
Elana, what was your favorite? Who else? Who besides?
M5. I mean, it's like.
You feeling robbed, Tony? Are you feeling robbed?
Yeah.
Those are really nice cars, and I wrote a column about driving.
30 grand. Like,
Elana, you drove the E34 M5, right? You drove all of them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would do it again, in a heartbeat, happily. So
and an amazing road trip built in from British Columbia after you buy it. Like how?
Also, I want Jonathon to win so that he feels great about this and always makes time for it.
Alana,
let's validate Jonathon. Jonathon, you're great. You're wonderful.
Alana, you just bought a Jensen Interceptor, right?
I did. Yeah. So I mean,
Wait,
I had one on this show before.
You bought one?
I did.
Are you pull the engine out of it?
Outstanding.
Pull out of it, throw the rest of the car away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the engine out to swap into a slant 6 Duster.
How many cars do you have now, Elana?
Well, it's 23 again because we did give one away.
You said 23 again.
Yeah, it was briefly 22.
Is that how that works? Hold on. Oh my God, that's right. 23. Holy cow. Okay.
We could do a window shop where we just select our favorite cars of Alana's.
My God.
All right. So it's two votes for the E34 M5, which brings us to Jonathon Ramsey. Definite thumbs up. Great pick. Pearley, pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Thumbs up. I'm paying my
Even if
dollar.
he has no idea what's going on, I'll take it. But if
what's your favorite? What's your winner?
And again, as usual, I find myself simpatico with 968. That's the GT was. I love the GT for the 968.
Second place finish this week.
I thought for sure that Saleen was a winner.
Man, maybe did that drawing of Elsa tell you that?
Dennis Rodman owned it. Dennis Rodman. Did you guys ever see Dennis Rodman when he was on the show The Mole?
Yeah, no. Did you see Dennis Rodman when he went to North Korea? I mean, not.
He was the mole. He turned out to be the mole when he was on The Mole.
What? I don't even know what The Mole is.
It was a reality show where one person was the mole and screwing everything up for everyone else. And he turned out Celebrity Mole, excuse me. There was a celebrity
mole.
Celebrity moles.
Tony, I'm glad to know that you only watch the very finest television program.
Oh, he tried to get me to watch that one. Tony did turn me on to Big Brother, though.
What? What? Oh my God. Wow.
Okay.
Man.
It's one vote for the night.
Dark underground stuff's happening in certain corners of the Ann Arbor office.
Two votes for Jonathon, one vote for KC, which brings us to KC, 968. Yep. Great choice. Rest of the world, 968. Great choice. Fun car. Although I've never driven one. I really want to drive one.
Yeah, I mean, this is 100%. This is two things. One, this is definitely Jonathon's M5. I'm sorry. What I could have done is
Casey, give me a pity vote and I'll vote for you.
Come on, integrity. I missed integrity in window shop.
Tie it up. Oh, okay.
I missed the integrity.
I hate not voting for Tony because he looks sad.
I do want to show this. This is the wheel. So, and basically that's underneath the wheel design that was on Jonathon's car, and then it's just like a different cover, wheel cover.
I knew those were covers. I didn't know the throwing star.
Yeah, I didn't know they were either. That's really cool, Casey.
Are you sure? Are you sure they are?
Oh man, we might have to edit this. Wait. M5 Cuisinart. Aren't those called Cuisinart wheels?
Yeah.
Are they called Cuisinart wheels?
I know they made them as solid wheels. I know they were on a lot of cars.
Yeah, I mean, but I thought that's why they put the bolt cover on, because the It was a real wheel.
Are we just gonna have to refilm this entire episode now?
Hey,
Too much editing.
am I wrong?
We're back, baby.
I'm the one I've got to watch it and send Carlos all the edits.
Oh my God. Now suddenly it's a chore. when you
Here we go.
when you don't win, suddenly it's a chore.
You got. Wait a second. We have.
I got.
AC.
Also, and I was wrong
There
about.
we go.
Oh,
Wait,
cool. Yeah, Casey.
Why did you?
I was wrong about the. Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Oh, Travis.
A whole childhood a lie.
That's terrific.
Yeah. Still cool.
Yeah. Still cool, but yeah, because that was. I think it might have actually been. No, I knew about it before then. But
All right. Judge my Saleen Mustang.
it was 60, not 90. It was the.
I think that's like the worst example you could get of a Fox body Mustang. That's like the least attractive of all.
I'm giving you a thumbs up because I like anything that makes me think of debauchery in that car. Definitely.
So many better Fox body
things
Mustangs
went down.
Oh yeah, just think what went down in that car.
With Rodman?
Sorry,
Carlos, black light.
do your thing.
This is a family show.
Is that what this is?
Yeah. All right. And then
NBA players don't do that.
let's see. 968 Canadian M5. Pearley's
Oh my God.
GTV. Elana's Opel GT. Jonathon, you already won, right? You have enough
I
votes.
did, and you can't go wrong really with anything today.
I'm gonna give it to.
Why? Hold on. Why don't you give it to the guy that won though? I don't know why you're thinking about you need to distribute votes. I don't know what it is about. Why do you?
It's called gamesmanship.
The game is over. The game is
There'll be another
over.
one next week.
I think it's called negging. He's just trying to make you feel like a little bit
my God,
emotionally
that's-
unstable, so that like
Right.
you want to come back and like win his approval.
Okay.
Like, it's like
All right, I'm gonna
like an
go
artist
with.
thing.
It's definitely Jonathon. Jonathon, you deserve the win this week.
Thank you.
30 grand,
Thank you.
lots of potential upside. Good pick. I wanted to give it to Pearley just so he'd have a fond memory of me.
Pearley had a great car, but it was
before you put him down. What do you?
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Let us know if you see something on BringATrailer that you would have picked instead for under $50,000. And please leave a comment, share if you're enjoying this, and hit the like button. And we'll see you all next week.
Jared, even if you're not enjoying it, we'll take
Or maybe not.
There are many different variations, some with a more sporting theme, some with the luxury of full leather interior, but always with a manual gearbox, because the M5 is above all a driver's car.